What's going on YouTube? It's your boy, Advice. We are back. Now the team I've been using for the last few episodes, the Tsareena Palafin team, started off with Mimikyu. Eventually I moved from Mimikyu to Flutter main, and I finally got it to a place where I'm really satisfied with it, and instead of Flutter main, I got Iron Hands on the team. And I don't know, it just feels like there's no bad matchups for this team. Nothing I've faced is really giving me a problem since I've made this rendition of the team. So I got a rental code for it. I played it in the Global Challenge. Now, unfortunately, I didn't have as much time as I wanted to play in the Global Challenge this weekend, so I only got 5 games in. But over this video and the next one, we are going to show those games so you can see how the team plays if you want to use it for yourself. Now, PSA, in the third battle of this video, for some reason the footage was lagging really tough on just one turn during the move selection screen, but I didn't want to cut out any of my battles for this run, so please forgive me for that. Alright, we found our first global challenger, Mizu, 1470 rating, so he's had a rough start, but it's still early day one. We'll give him a break. Now his team is interesting. He's got Iron Bundle, Glimmora, Dragapult, Ceruledge, so Bundle is the reason why I ended up with Iron Mike. You know, I like to lead Superman, but it's tough when they have Bundle because I didn't really have any good switch-ins to Freeze Dry, but Iron Mike really helps with that. Iron Bundle does not like Iron Mike, and if they don't have booster energy, they don't like Kenshi either, so I like those two in the lead. I like Frozone in this matchup because it's really good into his last 4 Pokemon. I want to fit Palafin in here. I was just worried about leading it because of Bundle, but I think we are just going to lead it and know we can switch Iron Mike in if we need to, if they lead Bundle, so I like these 4. I don't love Pelipper in this matchup. I don't love Tsareena. And yeah, I mean, that's why we have Iron Mike on the team, so we can switch it into Bundle. So I'm going to lock this in. This feels right. Iron Mike and Frozone can deal with the majority of their damage dealers, and we just got to scope out who they Terra and see what's going on with that. So good luck, have fun to our first opponent of the Global Challenge. Pretty boy swag. Okay, they lead Dragapult and Glimmora, so we don't have to worry about Bundle. Now, I feel safe shooting off a Moonblast into Dragapult. If they go Terra Steel Dragon Darts, it could be rough because Iron Hands is going to take 2 Dragon Darts, but we should be able to take that pretty well. And we do have Drain Punch to get health back if we need to. I wanted to go Iron Hands just in case they go Terra Steel here, but it looks like they don't. They just Spiky Shield with Glimmora, that's cool. And Moonblast should pick up. Yep, no Focus Sash. I just figured if they went Terra Steel to take a Moonblast, we get Iron Hands in there as quickly as possible to threaten them into, you know, using Phantom Force or switching out. So great turn 1 for us. In comes Ceruledge. So I want to just get rid of Glimmora now. We got Palafin in the back to deal with Ceruledge. And Chien-Pao is great if they go Terra Grass. So I'm just going to close combat Glimmora and double tap it with Drain Punch. They are using their Terra. And they're Terra Steel, so that doesn't really help them against Palafin. We get to create one-shot close combat into their Glimmora. So now we're going to look like a genius clicking Drain Punch into their Ghost type, or previously Ghost type. Bitter Blade one-shots Valiant, but we did get 2 KOs with Valiant, so fair trade. And we connect Drain Punch. I'm not really sure why they Terra'd there. It didn't help them out. They are Focus Sash, Weak Armor, Ceruledge, so they're going to be faster than Chien-Pao now. But I do want to bring in Chien-Pao and just threaten the Sucker Punch. Okay, Bundle's their last Pokemon. They can't Terra it, so if we can get rid of their Bundle here, then Palafin can come in and finish off Ceruledge. They are booster energy on the Bundle. So I want to just Sucker Punch Ceruledge and go for a Drain Punch into Bundle. They Shadow Sneak, so our Sucker Punch isn't going to go off, but we just want to keep the heat off of Iron Mike. They Hydro Pump into Chien-Pao, so Chien-Pao does go down, but I don't believe Iron Bundle can survive this Drain Punch. Nope. And if they did, they would have been in Jet Punch range. So we go Palafin, and they can't beat Jet Punch. But yeah, I mean, when I was testing this team on Showdown, you know, all the different versions of it, Iron Bundle was the only Pokemon I was coming across that was being really annoying for the team, so it just made sense to put Iron Hands on there. And Fake Out Pressure is also really nice to help Palafin get in and out safely. This team is based on repositioning a lot, so Fake Out is a great tool for repositioning. But yeah, good game to Mizu. Really cool to see Iron Mike make light work out of what was previously a really tough matchup. Alright, we found our second opponent of the Global Challenge, Matt, 1578 rating, so he's climbed pretty quickly. And he's got a strong team, Palafin Balance with Kingambit over one of the dragons. Now, I love Superman in this matchup. Iron Mike going Terra Fire could be strong in this match. He gives us big damage into Amoonguss, resists Flutter main, and gives us a Will-O-Wisp switch in. We just gotta watch out for the Ting Lu. Kenshi's really good against Ting Lu and Kingambit. And I like Tatiana. Helps against Sucker Punch and gives us good damage into the team. Ting Lu doesn't like Tatiana. Palafin obviously, and we can 1v1 a Flutter main in the right position, so feels strong. Yeah, I mean, this team that I built is just, it's mainly focused on destroying these Palafin Balance teams. So Palafin Balance is the most common team in the meta. Just a very good team with a lot of tools, but we match up really well into it. And as long as we can position properly, it shouldn't be a problem. And having that safety goggles really gives us the edge on the way they like to use Amoonguss to protect their partner Pokemon. But like, really, we thrive on letting Amoonguss sit on the field as long as possible. Good luck, have fun, Matt. Got a nice run going. Let's see if we can put a little bit of halt to his progress. Okay, Flutter main Arcanine. So they do get off the double Intimidate turn 1. Booster energy, boost their special attack. So I want to just protect Palafin and go Terra Fire. And we'll hit Thunder Punch into Flutter main, just try to get some chip on it. This should do at least half, even though we're intimidated. Thunder Punch one-shots some Flutter main if they're not defense invested, so should still be a big hit even with the Intimidate. And if we can force them to waste a Will-O-Wisp with Arcanine, that'd be really nice too. Okay, he just swaps out Arcanine, wanting to get Intimidate resituated. Probably for when Palafin comes back in. Sends in Kingambit. So we lose our resist to dark type moves with Iron Mike, but we do have Iron Valiant in the back who 4x resists dark type moves. They just go for a Moon Blast, does nothing through Assault Vest and fire typing, and Thunder Punch does just over half. So I want to switch Tsareena into the Palafin slot, and I want to switch Iron Valiant into Iron Mike slot. They shouldn't be Moon Blasting into us again, and if anything, I expect a dark type move to come into the Iron Hand slot. Okay, they swap out Flutter Mane, trying to keep it safe. Arcanine comes in. Do get off another Intimidate, but both of our Pokemon are switching out, so Intimidate wasted. We get Tsareena out to attract that Arcanine into attacking into that slot. And Iron Valiant is in a good position. We've gotten rid of their special attack boost on their Flutter Mane, and we're the fastest thing on the field with our booster energy. Okay, we see Terra from their Kingambit. And they're just Terra Dark. So with the double Intimidate and the Terra Dark, we wouldn't have done much damage with a Drain Punch into that slot, so worth getting Iron Mike out. Yeah, we eat that. That's Terra boosted. I just want to protect Tsareena here and go for a Moon Blast into Kingambit. They switch it out, but we get to see Amoonguss is their last Pokemon. I figured they'd be waiting for a free switch in to bring Flutter Mane back out, so now we know their entire core. It allows us to build our game plan a little better. I do want to save Iron Valiant for when that Kingambit comes back, especially because we're burned now. Moonblast is our only good attack, and it doesn't hit Amoonguss or Arcanine very well, so worth just switching Iron Valiant out until that Kingambit comes back. Now this player's pretty good. They know that Tsarena's switching out here, doesn't want to take a Flare Blitz, so I'm going to switch Palafin in. That way if they do Spore into that slot, we don't go to sleep. And I'll switch Iron Mike in for the Iron Valiant. I definitely don't want Iron Mike going to sleep, and just makes sense for them to use a Spore into the Tsareena slot here. Okay, so we got our two strongest physical attackers on the field, and they have their Intimidator on the field still. And they just Flare Blitz into Iron Hands. And they do go for the Spore into the Palafin slot, so that's perfect, exactly what we wanted. Now I just bulk up. Let's Jet Punch Arcanine. I don't want to get whisked, and I'll Fire Punch Amoonguss. We haven't showed Fire Punch yet, so they shouldn't be expecting it, or they might not expect it rather. Okay, Jet Punch doesn't pick up a KO, but even Wisp, the next one will. We just barely missed a KO with Fire Punch, but we do get a burn. But they got Citrus Berry, so they won't go down to burn. And they do just Spore Iron Mike. Okay, so I want to keep Iron Mike on the field and just burn Sleep Turned as long as I can while they're not in a position to threaten it. I'm just going to bulk up with Palafin and burn a turn of sleep. But yeah, bulk up will allow me to take an attack from Kingambit better with Palafin. And if they bring Fluttermane back out, which they do, we have a better chance of KOing it with Jet Punch. Okay, they do Pollen Puff and get their health back, but we still have Tsareena to deal with Fluttermane, so I'm not too worried about it. I want to just Wave Crash into Fluttermane, do as much damage as I can, and Fire Punch into it as well, just in case this doesn't pick up and we wake up. Yeah, Arcanine comes in to get off another Intimidate. And they Shadow Ball into our sleeping Iron Mike. And they get a Spadef drop. That's nice for them. Wave Crash doesn't pick up. Do we wake up? Nope. 2 turns sleep. But there's a good chance we wake up next turn. Okay, I want to Jet Punch Fluttermane and Fire Punch Arcanine, expecting Amoonguss to come into that slot. Okay, so we get the wrong slot for the Amoonguss. And they just go extreme speed. And we get a 3-turn sleep, so that's cool, but we are guaranteed to wake up this turn at least. They take a little burn chip with Amoonguss. Alright, I'm just going to Jet Punch the Arcanine and Fire Punch Amoonguss. Okay, they get a crit, but it doesn't take us out. Jet Punch takes out Arcanine. And we are guaranteed to wake up here and get off this Fire Punch. So Amoonguss goes down. They can't Pollen Puff around anymore. And we saved Iron Valiant for the Kingambit. So I don't have to predict protects on Fluttermane because I have the +1 defense boost. Kingambit should not be able to do enough damage to Palafin to make this an issue. I'm just going to Jet Punch Fluttermane and I'll swap in Iron Valiant. Yeah, I like that. Let's swap in Iron Valiant. We've seen how much damage it takes from Kowtow Cleave, so we should be good. It's probably optimal to leave Iron Mike in there, but I want to preserve the 4-0 for the agency and get my Moonblaster on the field as quickly as possible. Okay, they do protect their Fluttermane, that's fine. Jet Punch into protect. Yep, we eat the Kowtow Cleave. And we don't have to worry about Sucker Punch because Jet Punch is faster. And if they do get a double protect here, we can just bring in Iron Mike, fake out Kingambit, and Shadow Sneak Fluttermane. They don't go for the double protect, so Fluttermane goes down. And we Moonblast. Doesn't pick up, but that's a huge hit, so. Yeah, that does nothing. Terra Dark, Kowtow Cleave. Have you ever seen anything take less damage from one? And Jet Punch just finishes this game off, so. We got 2 burnt Pokemon, we took a 3-turn sleep, we got a Shadow Ball Spadef drop, and we still managed to 4-0 the opponent. Against one of the strongest teams in the meta, I'm telling you, this team is legit. Good game. Alright, game 3. Who we got? Henry, 1526. Not bad. Alright, he's got offensive Palafin Balance with Chien-Pao over Ting-Lu. So I like Superman. And, you know, Iron Mike is nice into this matchup. It's cool to be able to lead it instead of leading Kenshi. Kenshi's just so vulnerable turn 1. I really like it against this matchup, but it's nice to be able to save it in the back, and Iron Mike allows me to do that. You know, I don't have to keep Iron Mike in the back because they don't have bundle. I definitely want Tatiana for all the priority they've got going on. And it's just a matter of whether I want Kenshi or whether I want the Rain, and I think I'd just rather have Kenshi. Yeah, adding Iron Mike to this team just gave me much more flexible lead options because basically, you know, I was leading Kenshi and Palafin pretty much every match, but, you know, having Iron Mike to have out there in the front, threaten to fake out. They lead Flutter main Amoonguss. That's the other thing is that Kenshi's a sitting duck in front of Amoonguss. We can't really do anything about Rage Powder, so. I could protect here, but I think I'd rather just switch into Tsareena. And I'll go Terra Fire and just Fire Punch Amoonguss, try to get as much damage onto it as possible right away. That way if they do Spore Iron Mike here, I'm still threatening good damage with Tsareena onto the Flutter main. Okay, they just protect Flutter main. We get a saucy Fire Punch into Amoonguss. And it looks like we'll definitely still pick up a KO with another one. And they try to Spore into my Palafin slot, so that worked out perfect. I got a free Bullet Seed into the Flutter main slot. What do they have to switch in? They could switch in Dragonite or Arcanine, but I'm just trying to decide if I want to take out this Amoonguss or if I want to just let it sit there until Palafin's on the field so I can kind of take advantage of it. Helping Hand Fire Punch would take out Amoonguss even if they switch Flutter main out for Arcanine and intimidate us. I'm just kind of comfortable letting Amoonguss sit there, so I think I'll Bullet Seed Flutter main. And I'll just go for a Thunder Punch into the Flutter main slot too. Okay, they just Rage Powder. We take Moonblast pretty well. That's Life Orb. And the 4th hit will KO. Alright, we got rid of Flutter main. Honestly, I wasn't expecting them to let Flutter main sit there. Thunder Punch into Amoonguss for a little chip. Could have taken it out with Fire Punch, but like I said, I'm comfortable just letting it sit here. Okay, now Chien-Pao comes out. There's no way they disrespect the Fire Punch 2 turns in a row, right? I'm just going to protect Tsareena and Drain Punch Chien-Pao. Okay, they don't switch again. They just Rage Powder. This dude is crazy. I figured he'd want to save Amoonguss for when Palafin comes back, considering he hasn't seen that I'm safety goggles yet, but yeah, I don't know. Looks like another Drain Punch might KO. I'm going to switch Palafin in on the Ice Spinner. I just don't know who this dude thinks he is. I Fire Punched him like 3 turns ago and he just left Amoonguss in here. I'm going to Drain Punch. Make sure I switch Palafin in and just Drain Punch Chien-Pao. I'm stuck in my ways. You're not going to shake me. Palafin's in. Finally switches out Amoonguss into Dragonite. Okay. We take the Ice Spinner pretty well. Drain Punch brings Chien-Pao down to Sash. Alright, so I could go for a bulk up here. But I don't think these two Pokemon can break through Iron Mike, so I'm just going to protect just in case they try to attack into Palafin. And I could Fire Punch Chien-Pao now just in case they try to switch Amoonguss back in, but I want to break multi-scale on Dragonite, so I'm just going to Thunder Punch that slot. But they just Sucker Punch Iron Mike. Oh, and they got a Stomping Tantrum. But we barely survive. Let's go. Thunder Punch to break multi-scale. They just ignored Palafin. I'm going to bulk up now. Because all they have to hit me with Chien-Pao should be Sucker Punch. And then I want to save Iron Hands for the Amoonguss. So I think... Do I want to Jet Punch Chien-Pao? No, I'm just going to bulk up. Set up for the end game. And I'll switch in Iron Valiant to pressure Dragonite. With a bulk up, we should be able to take out Amoonguss with Jet Punch if they switch in. Okay, they protect Chien-Pao, that's cool. And Extreme Speed does over half to Iron Valiant. We get off the bulk up. Okay, this is tricky because I want to break through Dragonite, but another Extreme Speed will KO Iron Valiant. So maybe even though I got the bulk up, I switch in Tsareena to block Extreme Speed. And then just go for a Moonblast into Dragonite. Okay, they withdraw Chien-Pao. Amoonguss comes out. Yeah, that's not in Jet Punch range after the Regenerator, so. Tsareena comes in. We block Extreme Speed. They survive Moonblast, so they're probably Assault Vest. Alright, this is a tricky position. They can't redirect Tsareena, so what I want to do is Bullet Seed Dragonite. It's 4x resisted, but I bet we still KO. And I'm just going to protect Iron Valiant so I don't go to sleep. Okay, they swap out Dragonite into Chien-Pao. We protect. Okay, no Rage Powder. Dang, they Pollen Puff Tsareena. Okay, good read. But this is where we can bring in Palafin. And we shouldn't go down to Extreme Speed. They can't redirect us, so even if they take out Iron Valiant with an Extreme Speed, we can still KO with Jet Punch. So I will Jet Punch Dragonite. And could go for a double protect, but I'm just going to try to Moonblast Dragonite. Yep, they take out with Extreme Speed. We get off a Jet Punch, we KO. and they try to pollen puff themselves. That's huge. So we saved Iron Mike, 24 HP, just enough to get off a Fire Punch. And I'll just go bulk up for the flex. Let Iron Mike get the KO we've been waiting for. That bulk up play into switching out immediately into Tsareena to block the extreme speed was a vital play for winning this game. We bulk up. And one Fire Punch should do it. Bang. And there's another victory over Palafin Balance. An offensive Palafin Balance. This core is just too good. The advice balance. Wish I had time to play some more games, but I gotta go, so we'll wrap it up here. Appreciate y'all for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.